Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to the deep dive.
Hey there.
Today, we're looking at something that's, well, really changing the game for businesses online. AI search engine marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You've given us a whole stack of material, articles, notes, the lot, all about how AI is hitting SEO and SEM. And so basically, what it means for businesses right here in Gauteng, looking ahead to 2025.
That's right. And our job today is really to walk you through all that. We want to pull out the key insights, maybe find a few surprising bits, and really get a handle on the practical side. What AI means for actually getting found online, especially somewhere competitive like Gauteng.
Yeah, think of this as the fast track to understanding the whole shift.
Exactly.
The goal is to get you up to speed quickly. So you
Mhm.
know how AI is, well, it's much more than just a buzzword. It's a real tool that can give your business an edge, maybe even save some costs along the way.
And one thing that really comes through in these sources is just how fast AI has gone from being theoretical to pretty much essential for search. It felt gradual for a bit, but those Google updates late last year, they really cemented it.
Right.
Content that's optimized with AI in mind is just doing better now, period.
So we're talking present tense, not future. This is happening now.
Yeah.
The material shows businesses already using AI tools for all sorts of things,
Oh, yeah.
digging into keywords, tweaking content, even those tedious technical SEO tasks.
Right. Instead of spending hours manually sifting data, they're using AI to spot things competitors might just miss completely.
Speed and precision, those seem to be the big words here.
Definitely the game changers. AI can chew through huge amounts of data almost instantly. It spots patterns, connections,
Yeah,
things that would take a human team weeks, maybe months.
yeah.
It's not really about replacing people, the strategists or the creatives. It's more about empowering them with better insights faster at scale.
And there was that example in your notes, wasn't there? A Johannesburg law firm
Ah, yes.
saw something like a massive 340% jump in organic traffic in just 6 months.
That's the one.
And that wasn't just ad spend. That was using smart tools to figure out what clients were actually searching for and how.
Mm-hmm. And that kind of result and naturally makes you ask, okay, so what are these AI tools?
Right.
And the sources definitely confirm the market just, well, exploded in 2024. There's a whole range of platforms out there now.
Yeah, it's not just one thing. You've got AI for like content generation, optimization, Jasper, Surfer, SEO, Right Sonic, those kinds of names.
Right.
Then others are more focused on the tech side, site audits like Screaming Frog AI or Deep Crawl.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got AI built into the big platforms we know, like Ahrefs or SEMrush doing keyword analysis. And specific tools for local SEO, too, like Bright Local AI or Moz Local AI.
And what's interesting is you definitely don't need all of them. The point seems to be identifying your specific challenges
It says,
and finding the tool that fits. A smaller business might just focus on, say, AI for content and keywords. A bigger company might need that deeper technical analysis.
and agencies are jumping on this, too, right? Digital marketing agencies across SA.
Oh, absolutely. They're adding these AI services fast because, frankly, clients expect that efficiency now.
Okay, building on that one area of confusion the sources seem to tackle is the difference between SEO and SEM and where AI fits in each. Maybe we can quickly break that down.
Sure, sure. So think of SEO as the long game, the marathon.
Yeah, okay.
It's about building that organic visibility over time. Quality content, solid website foundations, good user experience. It's very cost-effective long term. But yeah, results. They usually take time. 3 months, maybe even up to a year sometimes.
Right, the slow burn.
And some.
SEM is more the sprint. It actually includes SEO, but it adds the paid side like Google Ads.
Got it. Instant visibility. Pretty much. Instant visibility, traffic. Great if you need leads or sales like right now, but it needs a consistent ad budget. The trade-off for the cost is that speed and the ability to target really specific audiences and intent.
And AI is shaking up both of these.
Oh, definitely. For SEO, it's making things faster, finding the best keywords, drafting and refining content so it's relevant and deep, spotting technical glitches quicker.
And for SEP,
For SEM, it's massively improving ad targeting. It's automating bids in real time based on really complex stuff like how likely someone is to convert, and it helps refine the ad copy too.
so the smart play, especially somewhere competitive like Joburg, based on the material,
Mm-hmm.
it seems to be using AI to find those good organic keywords first,
Exactly. Find the high potential organic topics and keywords.
and then back that up with very targeted paid ads using related high-intent keywords.
Precisely. You end up catching people at different stages of their buying journey.
Okay, speaking of Google, this huge shift with their own AI integration, what they're calling AI overviews now, used to be SGE.
Right, search generative experience.
How do you actually, turn this on, and what does it really mean?
Yeah, the sources are pretty clear on this. It's rolled out through Google Labs or Search Labs. You generally go to labs.google.com, sign in, and you'll see the option there. It might still say Search Generative Experience, but it's being branded now as AI Overviews. You
Um,
toggle it on, and usually within about 24 hours, you start seeing these AI summaries right at the top of the search
It's
results.
the normal links.
Yeah, right above the traditional blue links. And that's a massive change because the AI looks at multiple websites, synthesizes the info, and gives you a direct, concise answer. Often you don't even need to click through.
Wow, okay. Think about what that means for your content strategy, especially if you're a Gauteng business relying on local search.
Totally.
Your website content needs to be structured, written,
Yeah.
so an AI can easily find and pull out clear, factual answers. Vague stuff, salesy language, the AI is probably just going to skip it.
Exactly. Your content really needs to show that EEAT experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. AI is basically trained to find and prioritize reliable, high-quality info.
So beyond Google's own AI overviews,
Yeah.
are there other, dedicated AI search engines businesses should know about?
Absolutely. The sources point to a few key ones, each with a slightly different angle. U.com is one,
Okay.
Perplexity AI, and Bing Chat, which is baked into Bing Search now. Those are probably the main ones right now.
Right, I've heard of Perplexity. Good for research, cites sources heavily.
Yeah, that's its strength.
Yeah,
U.com focuses more on customization and privacy. Bing Chat obviously leverages the whole Microsoft ecosystem.
but the common thing, they don't just give you links.
No, exactly. They synthesize information, direct answers, summaries, context. It's a move from being found via links to being found via answers. And that needs a whole rethink of how you optimize.
Okay, so let's get practical. How do you actually optimize your website, your online stuff, specifically for these AI algorithms?
The main idea, and this comes through really strongly in the material, is creating content that directly, accurately answers user questions. AI cares a lot about semantic relevance, the meaning behind the query, much more than just, keyword matching.
Right.
Your content needs to be comprehensive and clearly show that EET we mentioned.
So definitely not just stuffing keywords in anymore.
Definitely not.
It's about structure too, isn't it? Clear headings, bullet points, lists, making it easy for an AI to read and understand.
Exactly. And things like data tables, case studies, quotes from experts, that's like gold for AI.
Makes sense.
Think it.
AI loves structured data.
Precisely. It rewards depth and real value. Think about, say, a local restaurant in Gauteng.
Okay.
If they clearly list their menu, descriptions, opening hours, location specials, all in a structured, easy-to-scan way. They make it super easy for an AI to pull that info into a summary when someone searches pizza near me or restaurant open late Bryanston.
And content depth is key, you said.
Oh.
A short FAQ might not be enough if someone else has a full guide.
Right. And the tone needs to be more factual, informative, not just pure sales pitch. AI is getting pretty good at spotting that difference.
Now, thinking specifically about Gauteng,
Mm.
are there unique things here where AI could give a real advantage?
Yeah, definitely. You've got really high internet and mobile use, right? So local search is huge. AI tools are great at finding those super local keywords and search patterns, things that big national competitors might just ignore.
Like searching for specific neighborhoods in Joburg or Pretoria,
Yeah.
or stuff related to local landmarks, services, even go train routes.
Exactly that. And don't forget the multilingual aspect in essay. AI can help optimize not just for English or Afrikaans, but potentially factor in search patterns in Zulu or Xhosa if that's relevant for your audience.
That's interesting.
And what's really fascinating is how well Google's AI seems to get local relevance. That plumbing service in Santon you mentioned earlier. If they optimize for emergency plumber Santon with specific service areas mentioned, they're way more likely to pop up in an AI overview for a local search than some generic site just optimized for plumber South Africa.
So hyperlocal really matters.
Mm.
And customer reviews, reputation. That must play a role too.
Oh, absolutely critical. AI algorithms look at the sentiment, the frequency, the quality of reviews, even how businesses respond. Managing your Google business profile, encouraging reviews that directly impacts your visibility in AI-powered local results.
Right. And professional services maybe need to think about voice search too. People speak more naturally.
Yes, that's inherently more conversational. People aren't typing best braai restaurant 4 ways.
Yeah.
They might ask their phone, "Hey Google, where's the best braai near me in 4 ways?"
Huh.
AI is much better at understanding that natural language. Your content needs to be ready to answer those kinds of questions.
So creating location-specific content is key. Like a gym writing about best running routes in Bryanston.
Exactly. Or a bookstore listing top 5 coffee shops to read in Rosebank. That grabs the hyperlocal traffic that generic content just misses.
Okay, so if AI changes how people find stuff, how you measure success must change too. Can't just be about website clicks anymore, can it?
No, exactly right. Because the AI often gives the answer right there on the results page. The sources really emphasize tracking new things,
Like what?
like how often your content shows up in those AI answer boxes or summaries, how often your brand gets mentioned in AI responses, your ranking for voice search queries, getting featured snippets, AI often uses those, even tracking zero-click searches where someone got the answer without clicking anywhere.
So traditional web analytics might not show the full picture.
Probably not. You need to look at platforms that give insights into these AI-specific metrics. Calculating ROI gets a bit trickier, maybe more nuanced, but it's still incredibly valuable.
Yeah, I can see that.
A business whose guide or FAQ keeps getting cited by AI, that builds serious authority and brand recognition over time, even if direct clicks don't skyrocket immediately.
The material also mentions tracking leading indicators. Things like your content quality score, how well it covers a topic semantically versus competitors.
Yeah, and even whether bits of your content are being used in AI training data if you're in a really technical space.
Okay, this all sounds powerful, but it brings up the big question, especially for smaller businesses in Gauteng.
Yeah.
What does AI SEO actually cost? Is it huge money?
The sources actually have some reassuring numbers. AI tools themselves, yeah, they vary, but maybe R500 to R5,000 a month seems typical.
Okay, that's a range.
But here's the key insight. These tools massively cut down the manual work needed, often by like 60% to 80%.
Okay.
So the overall cost, when you factor in fewer labor hours or lower agency fees, often ends up being less than traditional SEO and positive ROI. The sources suggest you often see that within 3 to 6 months.
That's quicker than traditional SEO often takes just to show results.
Exactly. And it's really important to push back on the idea that AI is replacing human experts completely. The material really hammers this home. AI enhances human strategy, creativity, the important human stuff like client chats or deep strategic thinking. AI does the repetitive data crunching, the first drafts, the technical scans much faster, freeing up humans for higher value work.
It speeds things up.
Yeah, and because it accelerates those processes, the time to see results is usually faster too. Maybe 4 to 8 weeks for noticeable improvements versus the 3 to 6 months you might wait with purely manual methods.
Okay, one last common worry. Google penalties. Will Google slap you down for using AI content?
The sources are really clear on this. No, Google doesn't penalize content just because AI helped create it. What Google cares about is the quality, the accuracy, the value for the user. End of story.
Regardless of how it was made.
Exactly. If AI helps you make great, expert, trustworthy content, it'll do well. If you use it to churn out rubbish, it won't. Simple as that.
So, taking all this in, the strong message from the material seems to be SMEs in Gauteng. You should seriously look at investing in AI SEO tools.
Absolutely.
In a competitive local market like Joburg or Pretoria, the cost savings, the ability to kind of level the playing field against bigger players, it makes it a worthwhile bet. Often pays off pretty quickly too, maybe even in the first quarter.
And figuring out which tool. The simplest advice seems to be, find your biggest bottleneck right now.
Okay.
Struggling with content ideas. Try an AI writing assistant first.
Right.
Overwhelmed by keyword research. Look at an AI keyword platform. Start small, solve your most pressing issue, then grow from there.
And don't forget that multilingual point we touched on.
Right. AI tools are getting really good at helping optimize across English, Afrikaans, other SA languages all at once, understanding those local nuances better than generic approaches.
Okay. So let's try and pull this all together. What's the bottom line for you listening to this, running a business in Gauteng?
Well, I think it means AI isn't some sci-fi future thing anymore. It's here now, and it's fundamentally changing search marketing locally and everywhere else.
Yeah, adapting isn't just, a nice to have. It's becoming essential if you want to stay visible.
Businesses really need to understand how these AI search engines work, how to structure content for them, how to optimize for AI synthesis, and start using the tools that offer speed, precision, and cost savings.
Staying visible, staying relevant online in 2025. It means moving beyond just traditional methods and embracing these AI strategies, tailored for your specific local market dynamics.
And connecting back to that bigger point we discussed earlier about AI search engines increasingly giving direct answers, Synthesizing info.
Those AI overviews at the top of Google.
Exactly, where users might not even click through to a website anymore.
Right.
It really raises a big, important question for you to think about. If people are getting their answers directly from the AI summary, how might businesses need to fundamentally rethink things? Not just how you get found,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe the whole purpose of your website in the first place. What's the core value, the role of your website when AI becomes the main source of information for a lot of users?
That's a fundamental shift to really mull over. What is the future role of the website when AI is the front door?
Something to ponder.